I'll be comparing 3 factory cage routes. First, the video on top is going to use Keikuri's setup to do the jump. And I'm jumping backwards to get onto the preferred side. So the top is the fastest route where you escape the cage at the first elevator. But if you don't, the bottom left shows a backup strat where there's a second elevator you can jump out of. But if you missed both of those elevators, you'll be doing the intended route on the bottom right. Or no, it's not intended because I do another glitch later on, but you'll see. And I spent a lot of time optimizing these routes, so theoretically this is the fastest you can do any of these. So if you... I forgot to mention this in my tutorial, but if you fall down when grabbing the rock, there's another rock down there, so you are able to save your run, so don't freak out. But otherwise, the top is just going to fly to the end now. And of course the rift is a lie, you can't actually go through it. But the bottom left is going to get ready for the second elevator. And I came up with the setup for this one. It's not symmetrical, so if you're doing it on the right side, it's kind of different than the left. But it's kind of the same setup. You just stand there, you look up there, and you wait until the red thing comes into view, and then you do a jump. Again, I'm doing a backwards jump because the preferred side is the left side this time. So this is just completely backwards to the first elevator. And I really recommend practicing both of these. So let's look back on top. I hit a trigger on the way down. I didn't explain this in the tutorial, but you can drop down early, hit a trigger, and that loads some of the textures, so it makes it a little easier, but otherwise it's optional. And with that, the top is done. Let's look on the left side. So this is the any % backup route, or the no regrab glitch, no major glitches regular route. You just run behind a wall and go straight to the end. And it's still going to be much faster than the intended route, which is still stuck inside the cage. And the left is going to be done soon. So getting the first escape is 36 seconds faster than getting the second escape. And the second escape is 1 minute 39 seconds faster than missing both of the escapes, which is the normal intended route. So finally, let's just watch the regular routes. So the time it takes for you to drop down is variable, and you're trying to get seen by the ghost as soon as possible, which progresses the cage. So I think it's faster to stand on the right because the ghost is going to scan from right to left. And yeah, you really don't want to do this level the normal way, because in total, getting the first escape is 2 minutes 15 seconds faster than this normal route. So that's a lot of time you're not saving, aka losing. So I'm gonna backtrack, and I'm gonna prop fly with the lantern up and then backtrack a little bit so I can get behind a wall. And it's the same place you go if you get the second cage elevator escape. And it's really consistent, and there's no chance of you getting caught by the ghost. And you're almost a ghost yourself because you're going through walls and flying and crap. So to conclude, the cage escape is definitely worth practicing and going for. And you want to practice both of the elevator jumps. For any %, you probably don't want to use the backup elevator, and you would just use a safety save. And a safety save costs like 10 seconds. And a reload as well, 10 seconds. So you'll have to decide the trade-off that you want. But for the no regrab glitch runs, you have 2 attempts anyway. So I would just use the 2 attempts, practice it well, and not use a safety save for that. And yeah, there you go.